as you can see here, guys, my zombie collection isn't that big yet, but first up we've got Shaun of the Dead, Zombieland, and Resident Evil Degeneration, I think that is. Yeah, Degeneration. That's like a CGI animated Resident Evil movie. Then Resident Evil, the first one. Resident Evil Apocalypse. Resident Evil Extinction. Resident Evil Afterlife. And I still have yet to pick up the latest Resident Evil. But yeah, next up we have Zombie Diaries. And Zombie Virus. And then Severed. Is it called Severed? Yeah, Severed there. So yeah, Severed, pretty good zombie movie. So yeah, and across from there we've got Zombie Honeymoon. That's a pretty good one. And then Flight of the Living Dead. Outbreak on a Plane. Children of the Living Dead. Night of the Living Dead, the original. Night of the Living Dead, the remake. And then we have Land of the Dead. So now on to my vampire collection. Okay, so first up, the vampire movies. We have an Arrow video release of Martin, the Immortal Edition. And this is released by Arrow. So yeah, this has got postcards in and stuff, and 4 reversible covers, which is pretty cool. And there's the different covers there on the back. So yeah, really cool edition. That's George A. Romero's take on a vampire movie. So yeah, so just try and put that one back in there a minute. Then up next we've got Vamp. This is the another Arrow video release. So they're the 25th anniversary edition. So yeah, I've got my poster up there from this film. Very cool poster. So yeah, this is another one from Arrow video. So yeah, very cool stuff. And there's the different covers that's inside. So yeah, put that one back into there. And that's just a blank DVD case, which I don't know why I got that in there, but From Dusk Till Dawn, the original, and that's the 2-disc edition. And From Dusk Till Dawn 2, the Hangman, From Dusk Till Dawn 2, Texas Blood Money. From Dusk Till Dawn 3, The Hangman's Daughter. Blade. Blade 2. Blade Trinity. And then Let Me In. Really cool vampire film. And then across from there we have the Box of Blood. It's got some like liquid there as well. Really cool box set. It's full of it's got 5 vampire films and a documentary. And here we have the 2-disc edition of Near Dark. And this next movie is similar to Near Dark, but it's slightly different as well. It stars Claire Kramer, who also stars in the 5th season of Buffy the Vampire Slayer. She plays the character of Glory. So yeah, it's a good one. And then we have The Forsaken, Interview with a Vampire, and the first Twilight film. Now, I'm not too keen on the Twilight movies, so I've just got the first one here. As I said, I had it sent to me from a YouTuber, so I decided to just keep it and enjoy the first one, but I'm not really that interested in the movies. The first Underworld movie, and the second one, Underworld Evolution. I must try and get the sequels, the other sequels to Underworld, as that's the only 2 I've got. Then we have Blood Rain 2. I understand there's more of these, like the first one and the third one I believe, and I must try and get those ones at some point. But that's Blood Rain 2. Next we have another Region 1 edition. This is called Blood, the Last Vampire, sent to me by my friend Eugene Johnson here on YouTube. And the thing that started it all, the Buffy the Vampire Slayer movie starring Kristy Swanson. It's not as good as the show, but I still got it anyway. I Bought a Vampire Motorcycle. Pretty cool, funny comedy vampire film. The original Salem's Lot movie by Stephen King. And then the follow-up, not an exact sequel, but a follow-up called A Return to Salem's Lot. And the Salem's Lot remake, starring Rob Lowe. And Donald Sutherland is on it as well. And Rutger Hauer plays the vampire, as he did in Buffy the Vampire Slayer. Shower of Blood. Vampire Sisters. My Best Friend's a Vampire. Once Bitten, a vampire movie starring Jim Carrey. The original Lost Boys film. The sequel, Lost Boys 2, The Tribe. And then the third one in the trilogy, Lost Boys, The Thirst. All three of them stars Corey Feldman as Edgar Frog. Then next we have the Region 1 release of Dracula Dead and Loving It. Really cool film. And then Dracula 2001. Then Dracula 2 Ascension. That's another good one. Dracula 3 Legacy. The Night Flyer. And 30 Days of Night. This is the 2-disc edition. And 30 Days of Night Dark Days. And then 30 Days of Night Blood Trails. That's like a mini-series. Then we have Asylum Night. Pretty good vampire film. It's a British movie. Then we have Fright Night, the original. Then Fright Night 2, my Region 1 release. And then we have Fright Night the remake, starring David Tennant as Peter Vincent. And then a vampire film here called She Lives by Night, about a vampire film about a vampire that suffers amnesia. And also Children of the Night, which is the German edition, as it's not really available to the UK, and the Region 1 release is ridiculous money, so I had to get the German import on eBay. So that's a really cool edition, and it's got English language, so it's brilliant. So very cool film. So now to my comedy, action and adventure films.